Can a couple heal from a situation with forgiveness?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to answer?
No, I want you to read the next question.
Oh, say that. You got to say that now. Come on. Okay.
I read one, you read the other.
Okay. All right. Can a marriage heal from betrayal like cheating?
Okay. What can forgiveness do to your marriage?
Oh, okay. And can forgiving make me a better mate?
What are some scriptures and examples to help us with forgiveness?
Welcome back to another episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Welcome.
Yes. Listen, I am Kenny.
I'm Kenya.
And we have a guest.
Yes, we do.
We've got a guest. And I'll let our guest announce his name.
I am Nelson Stokes.
Okay. All right. You heard it. Now he is Nelson Stokes, Pastor Nelson Stokes. I'm not going to call him. I can't do
He's
that.
our pastor.
Yes.
I feel honored too. Especially to be Kenya's pastor.
We love you, Pastor. We do.
I guess he doesn't care to be mine, but it's okay.
It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing.
It's all the day.
So Pastor Stokes is the senior pastor of the New Life SDA Worship Center here in Huntsville, Alabama. So we want to welcome him back again.
Yes.
He does our special segments, I guess we would call it that, right?
Yes.
So we have him back again today. So listen, if this is your first time, we want to say welcome to you. Shout out to those who might have referred you. If this is your second time, then welcome back. We're so glad. If you're listening on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time, you're checking us out on envision-radio.com. And that's 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Or you can check us out at our website. That's at marriagebelike.com, at YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast.
Yes.
So anyway, Kenya, we've been talking a lot about forgiveness.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So
Yes, we have.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe do you want to take it away and kind of help us?
I'll start here.
Okay.
I'll start here because last week we revealed that you and I were in a forgiveness process.
Yes. Yes.
So this week, with Pastor being here, we're going to summarize. He's going to help us get through it. We're going to see the other side of forgiveness.
Yeah. He didn't know that we were.
You didn't know?
He didn't know. We joined him.
Audience, they just told me the importance of this. So
That was on purpose, Pastor.
Yeah.
I wanted to see your face. But yes, it was we have been going through a few things, and we just wanted to let you all know that it is a process, which we talked about last week.
Oh, yeah.
But you can come to the other side of it, and you
That's
can
right.
come over it smiling.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know what? I'm going to say this, Kenya, because it's a beautiful process.
Yes.
I will say that it's a beautiful process because, we learn a lot about ourselves,
Yes.
and then what doesn't break us, you heard that, right? What doesn't break you makes you stronger.
That's right.
And though we experience something that I won't say traumatic, maybe,
Depending upon the situation.
Depending on the
it could be
situation.
traumatic.
So you would experience something that may not have been comfortable, and then you have to grow through that.
Right.
And so that's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
and the hope and the goal is to come on the other side of that being better.
Yes.
Being better as a person, being better as a couple.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So what are our questions? What are our topic questions?
Can a couple heal from a situation with forgiveness?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to answer?
No, I want you to read the next question.
Oh, say that. You got to say that now. Come on. Okay.
I read one, you read the other.
Okay. All right. Can a marriage heal from betrayal like cheating?
Okay. What can forgiveness do to your marriage?
Oh, okay. And can forgiving make me a better mate?
What are some scriptures and examples to help us with forgiveness?
All right. There's no more, so I don't have.
That was it. Now we can jump into the topic. You want to jump in? You want me to?
Yeah. Well, I'll start. Can you heal from a situation with forgiveness? That's the first question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to answer that, or?
Yeah, the short answer is yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can heal.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to.
Oh,
That's the thing. So if you want to, if your partner wants to, yes, you can heal. Because remember, we also talked about healing is not just one-sided, it's both.
yeah.
It's going to take the both of you. It doesn't matter whether you are the one who made the offense or
Right.
not. You have to forgive yourself and your spouse has to forgive. So it takes both
Yeah.
in the situation,
Yeah.
large or small.
Yeah. Because, wow. When we consider the fact that and maybe I have offended you
Mhm.
and it hurt you, right? It also hurt me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Without me trying to hurt you back.
Right. Now, I'm not to say that you did anything that directly hurt me, but I am also hurt because we are one.
Right.
You know, and so then, I mean, if there is a strong connection, which we hope, particularly in a marriage
Right.
situation, I mean, what hurts you hurts me.
That's right.
You know,
And the realization that I'm hurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's interesting what you just said. It hurts you. It should hurt you.
yes,
Right.
Because sometimes when we're locked in battle, it's a battle.
yeah.
And we want to hurt the other person.
Ooh,
That's oftentimes because it's
Yeah.
war.
yeah, yeah.
But the reality is, what I am putting out comes from a place of hurt oftentimes,
Mm,
as opposed to me hurting you. It's really, this is coming from a place of hurt, and I'm lashing out.
Yes.
And sometimes what I'm lashing out about is deserving, but you have to ask yourself, am I working towards healing, or do I want my hurt to be healed by lashing out?
mm.
Oh, good points. I got stumped.
Yeah, now, you. I don't know. He comes on here and
I
then
know, and
he
then all
throws
these
things in, and
nuggets of wisdom, and then we just sitting here.
No, we just
Yes,
talking.
Pastor
yeah,
Stokes. Yes.
okay, just talking, right?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing, right? I know that me personally, I want to grow through every experience that I have.
Right.
Particularly with you, with my sons or anyone else that I deal with. And wow, to your point, how do I do that,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And not cause additional hurt,
Right.
to anyone else that's connected to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because oftentimes, I mean, we've got knee-jerk reactions. We have, you call it a reflex, right? Where we just respond without thinking,
Mhm.
Right.
and it takes effort for us to not lash out.
Sure.
It
Right.
takes effort for
It
us
does.
to handle things in a way that is going to cause us both to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all said it earlier. The first thing you all said is that forgiveness is a process.
Yeah.
It does not happen overnight,
Mm-mm.
and it's deeper than just saying I forgive you.
Mhm.
It is.
And it's a choice.
Yes.
I have to choose to forgive the person.
Right.
I also have to choose to acknowledge my wrong
Yeah.
that contributed to what's happening. All of those are choices, and it's a process. It just does not happen overnight. And depending on how deep the hurt is, can also play a great part in how long the forgiveness process is.
It's true. I
Because
know.
forgiveness is not I'm sorry.
Go
Forgiveness
ahead.
is not forgetting, nor is it condoning the wrongs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, because that's literally what we said last week.
Yeah.
But we also talked about, which is why I revealed that we were going through the same process. But really, well, not just for us, but for anybody, it can't be overnight because you have to have conversations.
Yeah.
And they have to be tough conversations so you can get to the root of the problems.
Mhm.
So even if you talk all night long, that still may not be an overnight thing because you don't know if that person has forgiven or not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it does take time. I know we've been in it several weeks at this point. Closer to a month, right?
Right. And
But
but
it's taking some time just to work through it.
yeah. And a part of that also is, when we consider that that growth requires a manifestation of change in behavior,
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And so it's tough. It's tough to forgive when the behavior
It's still there.
persists.
Sure.
You know, and so then that's why it's oftentimes that's another reason why it takes a long time,
Right.
because, well, we've got to see that we've made some changes.
Right.
You know, we've got to make some changes in our life.
Complex, and it requires accountability. You have to be able to look at yourself, and that's what Pastor said a few moments ago, looking at yourself, but being able to recognize the issue and come down to it. So even in our situation, we both had to look at ourselves, because at first, now, I'm going to be straight up, it was Kenny. He did it.
I believe you too.
But it was accidental, but it still hurt my feelings. And I was like, you know what now? I'm about to call you out your name. But then it took some looking at myself and say, okay, let's handle this differently. And when I did, I realized that I was a problem which caused the situation. Or no, not caused it, but perpetuated, I guess, in a sense. I allowed it to exist because I didn't say much.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So then I can't be mad too long when I was a part of it, because I didn't bring it to the attention like I should have. So I had to look at myself and say, okay, all right. So what am I going to do differently, and how am I going to grow so that we're not here again?
Right.
And that was my piece of it. And then I had to apologize, because I'm like, okay, so here it is, and this is my piece of it. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen again with a little attitude. But, I had to realize that I had to look at myself. And so that's where I realized that it took both of us to get through the process.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and then the other part of that, like you say, you have to also recognize, we talk about where forgiveness needs to happen, right? One needs to forgive the other, but the other one, who actually did the offending, recognize that, hey, I need forgiveness.
Right. Yeah.
And without acknowledging that, then there's no way we can move forward, right? I mean, because all that means is that I'm going to continue.
Right.
I'm going to continue doing what I was doing.
But I appreciate what Kenya said. She said that she had to ask herself, how did I contribute? And see, that's part of seeing the person who offended you as a human.
Yes.
And that's part of the healing process. Oftentimes, forgiveness is more for the person who has been offended than it is for the offender.
Right.
And so when you can have those type of internal conversations, that's a level of emotional maturity that we all should be working towards, where I can finally say, here's how I contributed to this, or here's how I could have contributed. Here's how I could have stopped. All those questions you start asking. You're not letting the person off the hook.
No.
You're not saying that because of me, that's why you did what you did. No. What you're saying is, how could I have handled it better, or what was my contribution?
Right.
But it's never, you're not letting that person off the hook. A wrong is a wrong.
Right.
And it has to be dealt with, because like you said, if it's left covered, then there can be no healing. It's only what is uncovered that the healing can begin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read this quote from Meghan Markle. She says, I finally realized that owning up to your vulnerabilities is a form of strength, and making the choice to go to therapy is a form of strength. And I know that people still have struggles with going to counseling and going to therapy and having to do the work, because they know they're going in and they're going to have to do work.
Yeah.
You're going to have to work on yourself. But accountability and looking at the root of the problem is a part of that, because otherwise it's a continued cycle. So in this quote, she's realizing that that's actually strength. And like you said, Pastor, growth. And I can confess, this was probably the first time I actually looked at myself and said it was some of me.
Wow.
In past times, it couldn't have been me. It had to be you,
Yeah.
And so I would be angry. And whether forgiveness came by, quickly or not, the process of going through it generally took a little bit of time. But this was the first time I looked at it differently. And I'm just going to count it up to Jesus in 28 years.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I truly believe. I mean, it's hard for us to grow together if, like you say, he counted to Jesus and well, in 28 years, but without that strong love, right? When we say
Right.
God is love, without that in our lives, and first and foremost in our lives, it's tough for us to look forward at each other with love, because it takes a measure and an extra measure of love for us to
Yeah.
to deal with each other
Mhm.
when it comes down to certain things. Like, if you hurt me, it takes an extra measure of love for me to look
to
at you
even
and
look
say,
over that hurdle to
yes,
see that you're going to get over it.
yes,
And because right now you're just looking at that mountain
yeah,
and it's just staring you in the face.
yeah,
But to look over it and say, we're going to get over this. And so I'm going to forgive because I know that the other side is going to be beautiful.
hmm
So yeah, it does take yeah.
yeah.
All right. So y'all ready for a segment? Gonna lighten it up some?
Okay, okay,
Okay. So did you figure out one yet?
yeah. Go ahead, you start.
I'll start. But you tell them why we do segments.
Okay, sure. So our segments and our games, just an opportunity for us to spark some communication, all
Mhm.
right, and learn a little bit about each other, and we talk about these little, like in this one here. What is this one called? A recent small win. And this is a new one,
Mhm.
right? A recent small win, because sometimes we go through our lives, our days, and there are certain things that happen to us throughout the day that we just don't share.
That's true.
And so now we get to think of something that happened that we need to share.
Yes.
So share along.
All right. So my small win this week actually happened. What's today? Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we're recording on Tuesday. It happened it happened yesterday.
Okay.
So we have a storage room full of equipment in our studio. And I was able to convince my family to all work together as a team
Ah,
and clear out the storage room.
Oh.
yeah. It looks great.
It looks great. It
it
looks
looks
like a showroom now.
Yeah.
Whew, but before, and I
Yeah.
can't take clutter. It's against my religion. I
It's-
just can't. Whew, I can't take it. And honestly, it got to the point where I wouldn't even enter the room.
Yeah. It was tough to get in and out of that room.
It was tough to get in and out the room, and I just shut the door. You know what? I can't, because one day they're gonna listen to me. They're gonna get in there and get it.
And get it done.
And I couldn't really help the same because a lot of the equipment and a lot of things are heavy.
Right. Right.
So I can help organize and I can help move things around a little bit. But once it gets to the heavier things, then I'm stuck. So then I couldn't really do it by myself.
Yeah.
But we got some shelving, some more shelving.
Yes.
We moved some things around.
Yeah.
Some things didn't even need to be in here, no way. Some things belonged at the house. We don't
Yeah.
know how it got here.
Right.
So,
Right.
But that was a small win for me, because when I tell you resistance,
No.
oh,
No.
okay, you were fine. The sons, yeah, exactly. So it's on my way over here, I was still convincing them to come.
Yeah.
Today's the day to do it. We all
Yes.
got a few moments. Today's the day.
Yes. Yes.
And they were trying to figure out other days because they didn't want to do it. No, I still need to sleep. I got to go to work. Yes, but if we work together right now, all together, it'll be shorter time.
Oh.
And no one believed me until the end. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, I tried to tell you. Now everybody's happy. But before, they just didn't want to do it.
Amen.
Well, yeah.
So that was a small win on my
Small
part.
win.
Small win. Okay. All right. So I guess it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. So my small win. No, I actually had someone really express their appreciation for some of the things that I do.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, so there was a meeting at a at a particular church that that I'll spend a little bit of time working. I work for, and in this meeting, someone had expressed their appreciation. He says, "You know what? I just have to give a shout out to Kenny because he so graciously helps whenever we need." And oftentimes it's at the most inopportune time. And I try my best to be as helpful as possible, particularly when I know that I have a responsibility.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I do other people's responsibility. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
We're talking about the win.
Yeah, the win.
Stay
Stay
on task.
focused.
Stay on task.
Sorry. So So, but no, he expressed his appreciation because it was clearly outside of the normal time that I would help them. And he called me because he needed help. And I was able to assist him when he knew that I was really, really busy at that time. He
Okay.
knew it. And when he called, he says, "I'm so sorry to call you at this time." And but I said, no problem. What do you need? And then I was able to walk him through without any trouble how
Oh,
to fix
awesome.
the problem. And so for me, that was, you say a small win, someone to express their appreciation for that. But, really, because he called me and I was able to walk him through that. That was my win
That was
right
the win.
Amen.
because, he called and I answered the phone and granted, it was the wrong time, but I didn't let him know that. So I was happy to help him out. That's my small win.
All
I
right.
got a small win.
Okay.
All right,
I
Pastor,
just
come
thought about it. My trunk would not open on my car, and
Oh.
the switch had gone out. And if I had taken it to the dealer, it would have been about $300.
Mm.
I ordered the part on eBay for $32.
Okay.
Oh, already a
And
win.
I replaced the part yesterday myself, and the
Whoa.
trunk is now
Oh,
opening. So
Wow.
that's my
that's a
small
big
win.
win,
Yes,
Pastor.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I
You
am
saved good
thankful, and
money.
I didn't say any bad words as I was taking. I was very calm and relaxed as I was trying to take this thing apart, and it worked out. So I thank the Lord for that win.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's a good win, Pastor. Look
Yeah.
at there.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can't talk about you anymore. You know.
He can fix up too, babe. Look
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
To
Because
pray my way through all of it.
I'm surprised he didn't call me.
I will be calling you though. I've got
Stop
another
that.
situation. So
Yeah.
That's all right.
just answer the
Yay.
phone. Man.
Just answer the phone.
Yes.
Okay. No
I'm just
matter
happy
what
we all
time
had
it
good
is.
wins.
Yes.
That's 3 wins. And
3
it's
wins.
not even Wednesday yet.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
right.
awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, you want to jump back into it, babe?
Sure. Where are we?
What can forgiveness do for your marriage?
What can forgiveness do for your marriage? Oh man. So I want to say this. I mean, we talk about, I mentioned earlier how it has really just strengthened us. But you know what? I learned something in our most recent experience that I learned something that that oftentimes we do things without realizing what we are saying
Yes.
by doing,
Yes.
right? And okay, so
actions.
actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
And I think that is one of the things that we have to remember. Right? We have to remind ourselves sometimes what you say is one thing, but because you do, and because you have continued doing, right? So then I learned that, man, I need to speak through my action.
Yes.
I need to speak through my action.
Because communication is not just words.
Yeah. So so that's what I've learned, and that's what benefit I received. Choosing to forgive it promotes better communication. Because
and that's exactly why that was at the top of the list. Because your communication through this forgiveness process has changed. Because and if we have listeners who listen to us even from last year, I speak a lot about communication.
Yeah.
And I have thrown shade quite a bit at Kitty because he doesn't communicate well. But he's done so much better after this situation, not only verbally, but also in action.
Yes.
So I'm proud of you, babe.
Thanks, babe. Thanks.
Amen.
Yeah. No, and that's it. And again, like I say, everything that we do, all of our behaviors is communication. So not just what we say, but what we do. So yeah, I've had to learn how to communicate better. Choosing to forgive pushes away resentment and bitterness.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're choosing to forgive, so you're choosing not to do the bitterness and resent.
Yeah.
It's hard to do both.
And the studies have shown that it cuts down on depression.
Mm,
A spirit of
Yes.
forgiveness cuts down on depression. You all just said it, resentment, holding on to stuff. And when I can forgive someone, then it's healing me more than it is
yeah.
the other person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It
Yeah.
strengthens emotional bonding and intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm mad at you, the chances are I'm not about to be intimate in any form.
Mhm.
But if I'm choosing to forgive, then I know that I'm going to work towards that. Even if the intimacy doesn't come right away, at least I'm not allowing our bond to change, and intimacy will come.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So can forgiving make me a better mate?
What do you think, babe?
I think so. I really do. I think because again, making that choice is it's selfless.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is selfless because it's easy to decide. You know what? I'm gonna get you back.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna get you. You're gonna pay for this, right? Now, granted, that for me, I hate to be in that position because I have to, like I said before, I've got to remember that I'm mad at you.
Yes.
Right. Or like you say, Pastor, there's that stress that I'm holding on to
Right.
because it's something that I won't let go of. Right. Um,
It stays on the mind.
yeah, yeah. But then once I let that go, once I let it go, then I can focus on being what you need me to be.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
You know?
And you already have grown just in that statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then it does make you a better mate. It encourages personal growth. That's
Mhm.
basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Improves mental and physical well-being, just like what Pastor was saying.
Right.
I know. So my relieves stress from the mind and body from holding the anger. And I put my example here because I enjoy laughing. It's just one of my favorite pastimes.
Yes.
And I enjoy smiling and I enjoy being happy and joyful. So stress easily stresses me out, and drama and that kind of thing. So when I feel like I can't change my frown to a smile, it wears on my whole body. And I feel it in my shoulders. I've got pain in my shoulders. And so then I'm really upset because I can't shake it because I want to be happy and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So it is total stress. And so when you said, Pastor, that they were talking about depression and how it changes that. I can totally see that because you can go into that dark state if you're angry, and then if you don't want to be angry too. So
Right.
then, but it's just like this bubble that you're sitting in unless you're able to pull yourself out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
And I was talking with someone today. We were going through some exercise, a group exercise. We were talking, and one of the questions was, what concerns you the most? And it was a one-on-one conversation. And my partner says, what concerns me is how we have become so hateful or appear to be so hateful as a society.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, you're right. It has become such we and then we don't like each other because of the differences that we see, and maybe we don't understand those differences and things like
Yeah.
that. But here's the thing: where is our compassion for each other? Where is the empathy that we have for each other? And I bring that up because when I forgive you, right? When I forgive you, I have to have empathy in my heart.
Right.
Remember
Right.
last week we talked about how the offender, particularly when you realize that you have done something wrong,
Right.
you're hurt by what you've done to hurt somebody else.
That's correct.
And so now I have to have a level of empathy and compassion, one, or that sensitivity to how you feel, and then two, to be able to say, I'm not going to hold this to your charge.
Yeah.
And so we have, talking about the society overall, I mean, we have lost that compassion for each other.
Right.
But when it comes down to being a better mate,
Mm-hmm.
that exercises our compassion muscle. It exercises
true.
our empathy muscle, with each other, or for whoever we may have to deal with. And when it comes down to forgiveness, there is a level of compassion that we have to exercise.
Yes. It
I
helps to reduce negative patterns,
Mhm.
also, is what it says here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that word compassion, and it's again we're understanding that forgiveness is a process,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and at the beginning, the last thing I want to show the offender is compassion.
Right.
But
It's
as
true.
I make my way through this miry clay of forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm reaching that point when I can finally show compassion. And compassion is not weakness.
No.
It's not.
It's really showing mercy to someone. And I think it takes oftentimes more strength to show mercy than it does to remove mercy,
Hmm.
especially to the
Mm.
person who has offended you.
Yeah.
I guess I never really thought about it, but you're right. It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, but when I look at that, I think of, again, like a selfless act.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Um,
You said your empathy muscle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because yeah. Because like you say, I don't want to. At the beginning,
Not at first.
No. You don't want to let go of no resentment. You don't want to let
Mm-mm.
go. You don't
Mm.
want to be compassionate to the person.
Yeah.
You if anything, you want revenge.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
And that is a process. That's the first step. Is just Lord, help me not to take the revenge. I'm
Right.
still not at the point of compassion, but I don't want to take revenge because that's not going to help. And it's
It'll only escalate.
yeah.
And then you won't get to see the other side of the mountain.
No.
And think about this, right? I mean, you're talking about the compassion. I don't want you to feel like I feel now.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
And that's why it's so hard. It's so hard to to forgive or to have that compassion because I'm hurting right now.
You're supposed to hurt too.
You're supposed to hurt too.
Mhm.
You did this to me, and so
Mm. Having compassion says the opposite. I don't want you to hurt like I'm hurting. So let's forgive and let's get past this. Yeah. And it takes work.
Yeah.
It takes work. It's not overnight, like you said. It takes work.
Takes work.
And going through that process, the forgiveness is probably the easier part. The going through the work is the harder part because you don't know when it's going to end. You don't know when you'll reach that time where everything is good again or everything is even better.
Right.
And then each person grows differently.
Yes.
So it takes a little bit of time and to go through that can be hard. And that's just the honest truth.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's the relationship that you chose. It's the marriage that you chose. And it's not going to be beautiful and easy all the time. Because if so, then we would already all be perfect, right?
Right.
But iron sharpens iron. So then to be able to go through these things and come out on the other side really can be the beautiful side of marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there are more rewards in forgiving than there are in being in an attitude of unforgiveness. And really compassion is me giving something to someone that they do not deserve. They don't deserve this,
Right.
but I'm willing to give it to them anyway.
Yeah.
They're not even entitled to it, but I'm willing
Right.
to give it to them anyway.
Yeah.
So our next quote is from Maya Angelou. May we encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. So I tried to find some, I think as I told you, I don't think I said on the air though, but I tried to find some that dealt with forgiveness from Black authors.
Okay.
I see.
I see it.
Black History Month.
Okay. Try to pull it all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We ain't mad at you.
Oh, you can go a whole lot of ways with forgiveness.
This is true.
In Black History Month.
Yes,
it's true.
I digress.
I know.
See?
I was trying not to go there in this next segment. So we're going to talk about our February calendar.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Black History Month, folks. Just in case you didn't know.
Right. Right.
February, we celebrate Black history, which is also American history. Let's just make that clear. Celebrating 100 years of Black history this year, though.
Yes.
I didn't know that till I looked it up. 2026 focus this year, and I didn't know that we had a focus each year. Did y'all know that?
No.
I didn't either. So Google told me that we did. 2026 focus is African Americans and labor. Yeah, which is how I was trying not to go there fast. Because once I saw labor, I was like, whoa, now. But I want to make mention, too, that this is a great time, just throwing it out there, this is a great time to support Black businesses. I really try to push that during the month of February because it's on our mind. We're thinking about it because it's Black history.
Yes.
And so I would love to be able to see the businesses that we support have a nice surge in their revenue, so that we all and everyone supports Black businesses.
Sure.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
You want to read some of our quotes, babe?
Sure. In recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute. That is from the great Thurgood Marshall. In recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me read the next one.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
All right. So this one here is from James Baldwin. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced.
Wow.
Yeah, that one sat with me for a bit when I read it, and then I had to read it again.
Yeah.
But it is so true. Hitting that problem head on.
Yeah.
You got to face it.
Yeah. Yeah. And from Yvette D. Clark, let us never forget that Black history continues to define American history. Black history continues to define American history. Right? So, all right. So in February, we go on the next one's right?
Yes.
International Friendship Month?
Yes. You always think about February being Love Month because of Valentine's Day.
Right.
You don't consider a friend.
Right.
So it's also International Friendship Month.
Okay. All right. Am I doing the next one?
Yeah.
I'm not doing this whole thing?
Go right ahead. I did the first part.
Okay. So we all know that February 14th is Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the 17th of February is Random Acts of Kindness Day. All
I
right.
love it when I look up something and I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And then February 20th, World Day of Social Justice.
Yes. So several of the things that I found were not just U.S. holidays or U.S. awareness days, but they're international days.
World Day of Social Justice. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Which really, for us, ties in with Black History Month.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I read that, the first person I thought about was Martin Luther King. Because that's what he fought for and died for, really.
Yes.
So I'm really happy that this day falls in February.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. So I want to give some of the references because this doesn't all come from my brain. So I don't want to act like it does. But I wanted to give some of the references that I got this information from. So affairrecovery.com, familylife.com. And I used Family Life last week and this week. Mayo Clinic, Manhattan Wellness, and Psychology Today.
All right. She be doing her research.
Yes.
I love to research.
She be doing her research. All right.
Okay, so I'll start this one a little bit and then I'm going to let y'all take over. Because I thought of the two in the towards the end, the two examples.
Okay.
But really I wanted to just highlight some of the Bible verses that you brought to us between the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Because this is our third week talking about forgiveness. So some of the scriptures that Kenny gave before was Matthew 6:15. If a person refuses to forgive others for their offenses, God will not forgive their own sins. Colossians 3:13, bear with each other and forgive one another if anyone has a complaint against another, just as the Lord forgave you, so you also must forgive. And then Leviticus 19:18, love your neighbor as yourself. That one's probably more common than the others.
Right.
So then I wanted to kind of go into some real life situations, but coming from the Bible. You
Okay.
know, the first two that I thought about was the golden rule, which very much goes with Leviticus. But do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. You want to treat others, so you want to give forgiveness because you want forgiveness when it's your turn, when you have offended someone.
Yeah.
So that's the golden rule. And if we all can do that, we'd all get along a whole lot better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, just humanity in general. And when I think of forgiveness from the Bible, the first thing that always comes to my mind is Joseph and what he had to go through with his brothers and the torture. I mean, they literally sold him into slavery.
Yeah.
It really doesn't get any worse than that. He went to jail innocently and spent many years there in
Yeah.
Egypt. Never got to see his mother again. He saw his father again many years later, but it took the majority of his life to do so because his brothers were so jealous of him that they felt they needed to get rid of him. And then the redemption story of that is when he became a ruler and when they needed him, he forgave them.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. He was a ruler. He didn't have to give them food, but he forgave them like God wants us to forgive.
Yeah.
And so that is always ultimately the forgiveness story that I think of.
Yeah.
Man, beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful story. It is.
And to witness, that's how you know that forgiveness is more about you, the person, than it is them. Because after Jacob died, the brothers thought that this is now the time when he's going to kill us. He was just waiting until our father passed. But Joseph meant it from his heart that what you all meant for evil, God made it work for good.
That's right.
And Joseph had to go through the stages of forgiveness. And one of the things that he did when he finally talked to his brothers, he told his brothers what you all did.
Yeah.
He didn't sugarcoat it or anything. He didn't pretend like
he held them accountable.
Yes,
That's right.
Yes. And yet that was his act of forgiveness.
I love that story.
Yeah. You know what? It's so much that the life of Joseph. I mean, just beginning to end.
That's true.
There's just so much to gather from that. And another example of that I like to look at is the the prodigal son. Because you can't imagine how hurt a father must have been when his son says, "Hey, look, I don't care if you're still standing upright. I want you to pretend like you're dead and give me what I would get from you if you were dead."
If you were
Right.
I wish you, in essence, I wish you were
you were dead.
Yeah, that's basically what he said in action. Yeah.
And he took it and left. And granted, I mean, there had to been a humbling experience to have him, as the Bible say, come to himself, right?
Yes.
But when he did return, right? When he did return, his father asked him no questions. In fact, his father was looking for him every day,
Right.
waiting for him to return. And as soon as he saw him from afar off, he took off running.
Yeah.
Took off running. And I mean, when you consider how much, again, we start off talking about how you can interpret what this son told his father. I wish you were dead, so give me what you would give me if you were. Right? I mean, you essentially just killed me off.
Right.
But no questions. And when I saw you, I come running and I grab your embrace. He embraced. What level of forgiveness there?
Right.
And then the party, the celebration, as a result of the return of the son. I mean, that right there is just amazing.
Sure.
That is truly amazing.
The father didn't even give his son the opportunity to repeat the line that he wanted to tell him.
You're right.
He cut him off.
He cut him off.
And went straight for the point of healing.
Yes.
And not only healing, but restoration.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was treated as though he had never left.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mercy.
Yeah. So I mean that one right there that's a big one for me. Yeah, because I mean just you're talking about the excitement of that father to see his son.
Right.
That right there is that's what I find amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right. So, Pastor, do you have an example there, or you want to go right into Pastor Stokes Speaks?
There's so many. Right now, we're walking through the story of Moses at the church, and Moses became this great intercessor for the children of Israel. There was an instance where the Lord said, "I can just make me a whole new nation," and Moses interceded for them, despite how bad they had been treating him. Moses didn't say they don't deserve to die, but he began to ask God, what type of God would you be if you did that? And so he intercedes, and I think forgiveness is all about getting in the mix and speaking from your heart about situations. So that one for me is a powerful one. And then
another good one.
Then Jesus, what he did for us, despite me, he died for me and offered me undeserved forgiveness.
Yeah.
For sins I hadn't committed yet because I wasn't even born yet. And the sins that I continue to do until he comes, he died for all of those.
Yeah. And while he was yet on the cross, what did he say? Father, forgive them. For they know
Them
not.
is all of us.
And knowing that I'm going to mess up.
Yes.
Knowing that I'm going to mess up.
Yes.
It's just like the children when God led the children of Israel out of the slavery. He knew how bad they were. He knew the craziness that they were going to gin up, but he still led them out and wanted to make them a nation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are wonderful examples of forgiveness. But that's the kind of forgiveness that we need to have with our spouses and with, anyone really that you felt have done you wrong.
Yeah.
But yes, particularly with your spouse, because that's who you live with and that's who you chose and that's who you are married to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercy.
All right, so Pastor, you want to close us, finish us out and summarize forgiveness?
Yeah. I love the conversation that you all have been having, and I know you all have talked about what forgiveness is, what it is not, and I think those are important. Forgiveness, and I cannot talk about this enough, and I'm sorry for being redundant, but forgiveness is not for the offender; it's for the person that was offended. Because sometimes the forgiveness does not impact the person the way you think it should.
Right.
And so you're getting that hook off of you.
Right.
You stop taking the poison thinking that it's going to hurt the other person. You're freeing them. But it is not forgetting the injustice. It's not saying that this never hurt me or this never happened. That's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is a reality and is letting go, but no longer wishing that person gets some type of hurt. I want revenge. That is not what forgiveness is all about.
Right.
And so then you go through the four stages of forgiveness. There's the uncovering stage, there's the decision phase, there's the work phase, and then there's the deepening phase. And the uncovering phase is just being real. This thing hurt me. You hurt me. I was listening to you all. It seemed like, Kenny, you had to say, I hurt you. Or Kenya, you said this was wrong. What you did was wrong. And I get it. Kenya, I believe that there's oftentimes you have to do that with Kenny, but that's no, I mean, I have to do it too, Kenya. I have to have some forgiveness stages with Kenny, some things we got to work through, but there's the uncovering phase. And that's where you're understanding what this injustice meant to you. It's, man, this was a little deeper than I thought it was. And then there's the decision phase, and you what you're working for is gaining a deeper understanding of what forgiveness is, and make the decision to receive or give that which they don't deserve. The work phase is when you're working towards it. It's a process. It ain't happening overnight. And part of the work phase, and this is the most difficult, but Kenya, you said it, I am understanding why and how I contributed, but I'm also understanding why the person did this. This is what emotional intelligence is all about, and it's helping you to develop a positive attitude towards the person that hurt you. You are seeing them as a real human being. And then the deepening phase is the final phase, which will decrease the negative emotions, and you're having honest conversations, and you're breaking free. You're giving this person the right to talk, and you all are talking, you all are exchanging. But I need us to understand something, that this is all based on the one who is doing the forgiving. And you determine what that relationship is going to look like after this hurt has happened. And it's okay for you to be able to determine that. So that's my little
Good stuff,
feedback.
Pastor.
Yeah.
I can't just say I forgive you. I got to stop resenting you. I've got to
Right.
stop hating on you.
Mhm.
I've got to understand you. And listen, the relationship some hurt is so deep that the relationship never gets back to
Right.
where it was. But I'm no longer holding resentment against the person. And so I saw where you all had a question about cheating. Is it possible to forgive? That's a choice.
Yeah.
That's a choice. Not that the person that did the cheating makes.
Right.
Is a choice that the person that was cheated on has to make.
Has to
Yeah.
make
And
a
you
choice.
can't guilt them into it. You can't force them into it. You got to work. And sometimes it just does not work.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
all things are possible.
All things
That's
are
right.
possible.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. Yes. All
You wanna
right.
close this out, babe? Thank you,
Yes.
Pastor.
Thank you all for asking
so
me.
much.
This
Yes.
is one of those weighty
yeah.
discussions that.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about this for several weeks
Yeah,
now.
this is our
Yeah,
third
and it's
week.
worth it. It's
Mhm.
worth
Yeah.
having the conversation. It's
Yeah.
worth deep looking into it and determining what does that look like? What does that really look like
Right.
in forgiving somebody? And
Yeah.
who does it really impact?
Right.
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 We thought it was going to be a one conversation, one episode, and then we started talking about it. We were like, yeah, this is going to be a couple episodes. We're
Yeah.
not going to be able to get through this one in one.
Yeah.
But I think that it was worth it, honestly,
Sure,
to be
yeah,
able to
sure.
go through and show all the steps from start to finish.
Yeah.
And just the fact that we happened to be in it, it just kind of made it better.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Physician, heal thyself.
Yes.
Y'all,
Yes.
y'all
Yes.
were working through it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, we're gonna close it out. Listen, we
All
want to
right.
thank you all for joining us, checking out the Marriage Be Like podcast. Whether you're listening on Envision Radio, or you check us out wherever you get your podcasts, or on YouTube, or even on our website at marriagebelike.com. Listen, you can check us out there, or you can email us at Kenny and
Kenya.
at marriagebelike.com.
.com.
If you want to be on the show, you want to give us some feedback, if you have some questions, if you want to order the Echoes of Faith, the devotional that we had taken a part in
Yes.
co-writing. Right, it's a 30-day devotional. It's not dated, so you can read it at any time. All right, so Echoes of Faith.
Faith.
Thank you. I was with you.
I missed it the first time. It's
Yeah.
cute.
So anyway, had to bring it back. They give her an
I'm
opportunity.
just sitting there looking, just listening.
Forgive her for missing the key.
Thank you, Pastor.
Forgive
Thank
her for
you.
missing the key.
Yeah. Again, her behavior changed.
So and she acknowledged that she missed the cue. Yeah.
Went through all those steps.
Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, YouTube, and even iHeartRadio.
Yes.
So check us out there. Listen, the music that you hear right now.
Yes, it's by KEG Beats, our
I was
son.
trying to give him a chance to hear
I
the
didn't
music.
hear the music because I'm like, okay, that was a long pause.
Yeah. It was just so that they can hear the music. So, but the music you hear right now, produced by our son KEG Beats.
Wow.
So you can email us if you need some more of that, right? And then keep in mind, listen, the Marriage Be Like podcast is a production of Green Room Entertainment. We are an award-winning media production company.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can check us out at greenroomentertain.com.
.com.
I'm on an award-winning show, right?
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, see?
Yes. Yes, yes.
And all this talk that he does, right?
I just want to thank you again, Pastor, for coming on, because you don't have to, and I just really appreciate it.
Thank
But I
y'all for
think
asking me.
I
Thank
think
y'all.
sometimes
enjoy
some of
hanging
our
out with y'all.
topics. Yes, yeah, of course we love hanging out with you.
Oh yeah.
But I think some of our topics really just need a pastoral end. You know what I
yes.
mean? Just to kind of finalize everything. And then always you say something that we hadn't thought about.
Right.
So I'm just thanking you again and again.
Thank you all.
Yes.
I mean that. Thank you all so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.